Time to watch Buffy and Angel now. All right. I wish this was a video podcast so we could queue up some pictures of, sad people in Los Angeles,
You don't
mostly
wish that. It
women.
easily could be if you wanted it to be.
That I guess that's true. I don't actually want it to be, but I like the openings of both of these fine programs. Um, well, the voice you heard just now was the dude watching the show for the very first time ever. Both shows. That's Logan B. Adair.
Yeah, what's up? I gotta be honest, I am sort of feeling it. Like you can feel how less Buffy I've watched the last couple weeks. How little
How
Buffy.
how does that? What do you mean? How
Like
does
I've
it feel?
like I would have watched two. I would have been on episode 4 by now, but I'm on episode 2.
Yeah, is that a problem for you?
It's not a problem. I'm just saying that I'm feeling it.
We could do two of these shows a week, one for Buffy, one for Angel.
Do you actually want to do that?
I would, but it's a lot of time. We
It
could
is
we
a
could
lot of
talk
time.
about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, let's wait a month. We'll see. We'll see where we are.
all right, we'll see where we are, gang. You heard it here first.
I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. I just went to watch it and I was like, oh my god, we're on episode 2.
No, the thing is, I agree. I have the same feel, so I
But you
get it.
feel it negatively?
It's not negative or positive. It's just sort of like I wish I was up to episode 4.
Right. But
Yeah.
that's all right. It's fine.
All right. Um, it's like when I'm really excited to do an episode now, it's gonna take so much longer to get to it.
What do you
All
mean?
right. Like sort of in season 3 or say, all right, we'd start season 3 and I'd be like, oh, the wish is coming up. And then it's like 2-3 weeks later, like we do it. But
Right.
now it's like 9 weeks later. It
Yeah, we'd
sucks.
be like the we're starting the season and then 3 weeks in we'd be like, "Oh yeah, the finale's coming up in a month."
Yeah,
It,
that felt good.
it did feel good. Anyway, sorry to complain, guys.
It's not complain. We're just feeling out the sitch.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, I
Let
shortened
us
it to
know how you're
sitch
feeling
because
if you're feeling
that's how
different.
a Buffy character might say situation that way.
Really. That's
Yeah,
what Kim
sitch.
Possible says.
Oh, you mean Christy Carlson Romano?
She's Kim Possible?
That's the only thing I know about Kim Possible.
Oh,
Is that the sister from Even Stevens is the voice of it?
I know that she has a friend named Ron, and he has a naked mole rat named Rufus. Is that possible?
That's certainly possible.
And also, there's like another alternate version of her that's like green and has black hair, and she's pretty sexy.
Ooh, I like that. All right, let's get into it. We've got quite a few comments from the Peanut Gallery, so I'm looking forward to reading those. And this week we're covering the week of October 12th, 1999, when Buffy aired its second episode of its fourth season, Living Conditions, and Angel aired its second episode, you know, flat,
Can I tell you
which is
something actually like positive to jump on what we were saying earlier that
yeah,
sounded kind of negative? I do like that it sort of leaves more room for predictions because but if we were going normally, we would be on episode 4 and I would know probably who the villain of this season is going to be of Buffy. And I
yeah.
don't, which I like. I really like how like I feel like I'm going where the show wants me to go, which is different.
Yeah, you're learning uh you're learning the information at the rate that was intended.
Right. So we weren't just being negative or anything. It's just we were just talking about the
I didn't
differences
mean to be
in.
negative at all. I fucking love these shows, but my only
Okay.
complaint is I want to watch more of both of them.
Right, right. But that was also a thought that I had. I was like, who's the villain? Like we have a lot of people set up right now, both good and bad, or both
Mm-hmm.
positively and negatively. I don't know where it's going.
And neutral.
We saw like that weird new girl Laws sees at one point. So I'm liking that
Mm-hmm.
aspect that I'm going whereas the show wants me to go.
Yeah. All right, so living conditions and lonely heart this week. Let's start. I'll tell you what happened the week of October 12th, 1999. Well, one bit of bad news, Logan.
Can you hear that?
No,
Are you sure?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think somebody's like playing with some like machine. You don't hear that?
Where you are?
I'm like in my house, yeah.
Oh, I can't hear it.
All right. I was gonna tell them to turn it off, but okay.
All right, I've got one bit of bad news.
Yeah.
The day that these episodes aired, Logan, Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain died.
Oh no. I didn't look up what happened today, so these are all surprises. I think I think that'll be better actually. You're
Yeah,
telling me rather than me just knowing.
yeah.
That's horrible.
Poor Wilt Chamberlain, but he put his dick into more than 1,000 women prior to his death. Isn't that impressive?
That is impressive. You think anybody's beaten that? You think that's true?
I think A, it's true.
That's actually not that
B,
much. 1,000.
it's
Like there's
probably
365
yeah,
days a
yeah.
year.
No, I know. Like Drake has probably hit that number by now.
Yeah, but those are all 13-year-olds.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Um.
I'm just
So,
kidding. I'm just kidding. Allegedly.
no, David Grossman, who directed this episode, that's a pseudonym for Drake. Um. All right. Hey, this day is also known as the Day of 6 billion. All right.
Okay, why?
I wondered that myself. Turns out the 6 billionth person on the planet was born this day.
Wow. That's very cool. What if like we hit six billion that day, but then we drop back, but then we hit it again the next day? What would they do?
Well, you know, that would be a bummer for their big title, but
Right.
I don't think it happened.
Okay.
All right.
That's pretty cool. Now
The
we're up to
number
what? We're over 8 billion now, right? Or we're near 8
There's
billion?
so many. I need people to start fucking dying, dude. Let's start with Mitch McConnell, gang. All right.
Did we orchestrate a genocide?
I don't want to orchestrate it.
Would you take part?
Yeah.
So you,
I mean, if I'm just following orders, that's okay, right?
that depends who you ask.
All right. The number one song in America, Logan.
Yeah.
It's Heartbreaker by Mariah Carey and Jay-Z. So that's exciting.
I think that was the same last week.
It was. But over in the UK, they have a new number one. You want to know what that is?
Nope. Let's keep it a secret.
Damn it! It's Genie in a Bottle.
Oh, I heard that today
Really? Where?
on my car.
On my car? Whoa, you're just hanging out on your car watching the planes go by like in Wayne's World?
I didn't mean to say on.
I know.
You say online. I say inline.
Well, that might just be like a New York South thing.
Yeah, I think
You know?
so.
All right. Like you'd probably say in Long Island, but I say on Long
No,
Island.
I would say on Long Island.
All right, good for you.
Good for you. You like that song? Olivia Rodrigo?
I have no idea.
What? Come on.
I
Good
don't
for
know what song
you.
that is.
You look happy. You don't like that song?
I don't know it.
Olivia Rodrigo? Do you like her? You like her other song? Well, she's got a bunch of other ones, but the driver's license is what I'm talking about. You guys know.
I know that one. I know that one. That's good. Yeah.
You'll be singing that one day, maybe.
Driver's license. We'll
driver's
say.
license.
Yeah. If I ever get my driver's license, the first two songs I'll say go that and Friday by Rebecca Black.
Well, it's not Friday.
Well, because it's like it's all like in the front seat, in the back seat. Remember that?
So so when you hear the song Friday, you think more about a car rather than Day Friday?
Well, in the video,
I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But that's kind of weird. Even if you got the car on a Tuesday, you would play Friday because it's in it. Because you have a car.
Yeah,
You're a weirdo.
I know. But shout out to Rebecca Black. She's looking great these days.
Really?
All right. Yeah,
Sometimes I see her on Twitter, but I don't see any of her
a
photos.
follower on the gram. Okay,
Do you follow any men on Instagram?
a couple, but very few.
Can you name them? A few of them?
Howard Kramer, um, uh, Spike Lee.
What does he post?
Lots of like memorabilia of his old films. You know, he got excited about the Knicks when that was happening. He'll post like anniversaries, like, "Hey, 32 years ago this movie came out." But
All
yeah, a
right.
lot of that.
Okay.
Uh, um, so number one movie in America, Double Jeopardy in its third week. What a juggernaut, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Double
like
juggernaut, more like.
yeah, it's like Vinnie Jones, the juggernaut from the movie X-Men 3. Okay. Debuting at number two, Random Hearts with Harrison Ford. That's a terrible movie, gang. I remember when that movie came out, people were like, Harrison Ford's done. He'll never star in another movie again.
Yeah, they didn't know.
Yeah. No, he's still Indiana Jones. All right. Number three, Three Kings, apropos. Number four, American Beauty. Debuting at number five, Superstar, based on the Mary Catherine Gallagher sketches from Saturday Night Live. All right. And debuting outside the top five, couple of little indie movies, Steven Soderbergh's The Limey and an eventual Oscar winner called Boys Don't Cry.
Wow. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
All right. And big album release this week. The classic Mos Def album, Black on Both Sides. One of the best hip hop albums ever released. Came out on this day. All right. So you can watch some pretty good Buffy and then listen to some of the great hip hop ever.
You think this is just pretty good Buffy?
What?
You think this is just pretty good Buffy?
It's good. Good eps, but not as good as Miss Fat Booty by Mos Def.
All right. Okay.
All right. Um, let's talk about living conditions. The script is by Marty Noxon. She's back better than ever. Her last script was like The Prom, right?
I'd say that one
Um,
was better, probably.
well, it does have the
I
Class
don't know.
Protector Award.
Yeah, that
Tough,
just has
tough to
one
beat
of my
that.
favorite moments.
Yeah, yeah. You don't really think about the Hellhound so much. You think about the Class Protector Award and
Hellhound was
Amy
cool
showing
too,
up.
but this I really like this episode.
Living conditions.
Yeah, I thought it had a lot of cool stuff in it.
I
It was
like it.
well made. A lot of cool
I
directing, I thought.
I completely agree, and it's interesting to me because it's directed by David Grossman. It's his second episode as director. His first episode was Enemies, which I remember you and a couple of the other listeners of the show saying they thought was poorly directed.
Can you
So he's
remind me which
fine.
one that is again?
Yep, it's the
Oh,
one
it's when
where
oh yeah, I remember. It's when it ends where Faith kisses Buffy on the head.
yes.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't take back what I said. I stand by it.
All right, but Grossman's
But he
back
stepped up.
and he's found his tone.
Yeah,
It's
Nick
good.
nailed it. Thought he did great.
Yeah, I do. I agree. This is one of the best episodes, best directed episodes of Buffy, not directed by Joss Whedon, I think.
Yeah, I
Looks great.
agree. I don't know what the other contenders are, but I agree. You like the one, the early one, the season one where there are hyenas.
Yeah, I do.
You like that where they're walking around in slow motion,
Yeah.
all cool.
Yeah. And you
What's
see
that
the
called?
lightning bolt, the pack.
The
You see that
pack.
big lightning bolt in the sky, and then they're playing dodgeball. It's great up.
Oh,
All right.
dodgeball. That is so cool.
Yeah. All right. Living conditions. I've said my piece, Logan. Why don't you
Okay.
scrote your lovely notes?
All right. Stevenson Hall. Dun dun dun. I think we start out. Do you believe in life after love? Right.
We do, yeah, right away.
Immediately, and
What a banger!
that's a great song.
I
Right?
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it reminded me how good that song was.
Do you think about this episode when you hear that song?
Yeah, I do.
I feel like I probably would too, and I think going forward, I probably will.
Okay, I look forward to that.
Yeah, but so Kathy, right? She's a really strict roommate. She's like being like, "Hey, Buffy, we're gonna have to write your calls down, and we're gonna split the bill at the end of the month, figure out who's what." And she's like, and Buffy's gonna go out. She's like, "Okay, sort of have a question. Does Kathy know about Buffy?"
No.
Okay, so I know
Oh, you're asking me that because she like turns out to be a demon and shit.
right,
I think
right.
it's just a coincidence as a result of living upon a hellmouth.
Okay, because she goes out later, like to join her for coffee, and afterward, I was like, well, did she do that because, like, did she go know she was gonna go
No,
watching
I
or
think
whatever?
she believes Buffy's mugger story.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's fair. And so, but yeah, Buffy leaves. She goes for coffee, and Kathy follows her. And there's an attack. This orange demon guy, a few of them, I think, actually.
Yep.
Um, Buffy there's actually she talks to Willow at one point, right? And Willow brought up how she had a bad roommate. We never meet that roommate, do we?
No, we don't. We just know that she's a loud partier type.
Yeah. I sort of thought early when Buffy was on or when Willow was on the phone, I thought Willow was at a party. And then later I think I was like, oh, I guess she's at like home at her
Yeah, I
place.
think her dorm room's just a 24-hour party time.
Yeah. Yeah. And all right, but those people attack, and what happens is she ruins her sweater, and that comes into play later on, I guess, right?
Oh, Kathy's sweater, yes.
Right, Kathy's sweater. That's probably what she was thinking. And so Buffy goes to Giles' house. Where's Giles? Is this the same house he's always had?
Yeah, we've just never seen this like courtyard area before.
Right. Well, I know we've never seen this, but even in like when she was meeting that lady in her underwear, have we seen that area before?
That was the same apartment.
Okay.
We've just never really seen in the daylight before.
But we've seen like many different aspects of his house. I feel like there was like the one where Anya showed up out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
I think she met the Olivia in the same area of the house where Jenny Calendar attacked him when she was like possessed by that demon Igon.
Right. Okay. All right.
Season 2, episode 8, The Dark Age.
But I liked this courtyard area, and I liked the whole audio things. Like the microphones were like far apart, and you were getting like a lot of echo on them.
Yeah.
I really liked this whole stuff. Great job, Grossman. I didn't know this was only a second episode. That's
Yeah.
how many does he do?
Gonna,
You know?
he's gonna do a ton more. He's like with us till the end.
Awesome. Does he do any angels?
I think he does.
All right, that's pretty cool. So they cross over a lot. The Buffy and Angel people. It's not like they. I guess you said Marty stays here. The other guy really stays there. Those are the two staples.
Yeah, it happens more in the first season of Angel than any other season. Like Angel, at a certain point, like locked in a writing staff and stuff. But in the first season, they were taking a lot of submissions from Buffy writers. Like you'll see, the second episode of Angel this week was written by David Fury, who's a Buffy guy.
Oh, all right. So Giles shows up and he was like after his run. I thought that was pretty cool. And Giles is really cool.
Giles is awesome. And I like that we're seeing more of the apartment this week. It's sort of like they don't have the library anymore, so they need a place for them all to hang.
Yeah, we'll talk about something a little later. But Giles is she basically goes there because she doesn't want to hang out at her dorm with what's her name, Kathy. Yeah. And so then we go back to Kathy, and Kathy she's fixing that carpet, which later Buffy fucks it up again. And this is where she finds the stuff in the closet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she takes her sweater because Buffy ruined her other one. And I feel like Kathy's right there. I feel like that's fine, honestly.
I disagree. Buffy didn't even. It's not like Buffy wore Kathy's sweater and ruined it.
Buffy pushed her in the mud.
But it's because she was attacked by a mugger, ostensibly.
But why did Buffy have to push her? Couldn't two girls take on the mugger?
I don't know about that, but
that's what my question would be.
Anyway, but this leads. I mean, come on. The way she was eating that burger, she was asking for trouble.
Who was eating a burger?
Kathy.
She was
She
eating a
gets
burger.
ketchup.
Gross.
She gets catsup all over that sweater, man.
But that's we're not talking about that yet. We're talking about the act of her taking the sweater. I'm saying that's justified.
I'm saying it is maybe, but she needs to protect that sweater. All right, you can't be getting ketchup. Ketchup ruins a sweater. You'll never be the same again.
Yeah, I've never even tried that, and I never would. That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
All right, so we go to the cafeteria. We meet this guy Parker. You like Parker?
Parker Abrams. I like that he's Jewish. But
maybe him and Willow were hit it off.
Yeah. I mean, he's a ride. He'll be back. We'll see more of Parker.
Yeah, I assume. He says in the cafeteria, by the way, he's like, "No, I'm gonna go eat with somebody else over there." Do we ever meet his friend?
I don't know that we meet that particular friend, but we'll like meet some of Parker's people.
Parker's people? Is that what they're called?
No.
I'd like to join Parker's people.
Really?
No. I mean, he's in contention for LVP this episode. I didn't dislike him. I thought everybody else was really good.
It pissed me off later when he said he was a Red Wings fan.
Why?
Because fuck the Red Wings.
You can only be a fan of the Rangers?
No, there are other teams I'll accept, but the Red Wings are an annoying franchise.
All right. Which ones would you accept?
You want to be a Carolina Hurricanes fan. You want to be a Columbus Blue Jackets fan. That's okay with me.
All right. That's those two teams. Everybody else, fuck you if you're listening.
You want to be a Winnipeg Jets fan. You want to be a San Jose Sharks fan.
Ooh,
those are all okay.
Me and Tim, we like the Sharks.
Yeah.
I think his and I was gonna dox Tim's dad about him. His dad works for the Sharks or something. I don't know. Or he like put up. I don't know what he did for the. He did something with the Sharks one time. Anyway, sorry. All right. So Xander's there, right?
In the cafeteria
to eat lunch with them all, and you know what he does? He calls Oz a girl.
What? When does that happen?
He's like, "I've come to visit my girls," and he like looks at Oz. So Kathy shows up, and here we go. She's eating that burger, and she drops the ketchup, and you get a great zoom.
Yeah.
Great stuff. And I have a question. Well, yeah, we go to the nightmare part. Buffy has the nightmare about the scorpion. And Kathy, the next day, when Buffy's talking about it, Kathy's like, "Oh yeah, I had that nightmare too." Why does Kathy reveal that if she is a demon monster? Why does she reveal that she also has crazy nightmares?
I don't know. Maybe just to spook out Buffy.
That's what she's trying to do.
I don't. It feels like they're just like in a war at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. That seemed weird to like kind of reveal yourself right there.
It did.
By the way, they're talking. There's like in the middle of an area, and Buffy's like, "Yeah, the nightmare that I had, there was a scorpion and a demon, and there's a girl sitting in the chair directly behind her." I thought that was pretty crazy. I don't know if they're gonna like find a spot at some point for them, but if they're just gonna like sit out in the open, I might have problems with that. TBH.
Well, Buffy got a class protector award. Maybe she just feels like maybe I should let people know I'm the Slayer. It seems like I might get praise.
She should get praise, honestly.
Yeah. No, but I will say that there are library replacements going forward. They're sort of they haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. Why not just do never mind. Giles isn't the librarian. I was gonna say go to the library.
The fucking Sunnydale High doesn't exist anymore, bro.
But they showed the library in the last episode, that big giant library.
Oh, you mean the college library, right?
Right. But I guess you can't just like you have to whisper in the
you'd have to talk all quiet.
Yeah, it's completely different. But anyway, so we meet the Demon King guy.
What about him?
I wrote Tapperich. Is that his name?
Yeah, could be. The demon race is the Maktagar.
He turns out to be Kathy's father.
Yeah.
They're like doing a ritual trying to to make a fire. I don't know what they were doing. But anyway, Buffy goes back home, right? And Parker is there with Kathy, and Buffy's like, "Oh, now this is getting serious. This bitch is like moving in on the guy that I like." Because there was like a long conversation. They were like, "Hey, Buffy, who's that guy?" And Buffy's talking about how cute he is, right?
Yeah,
She's like, "Oh, he's just a random cute guy."
they had a vibe on the lunch line.
Yeah, they did. And he gave her a pointer, right? He told her like if you use your card, then you can or if you like double up on food, like steal food or something. I don't know what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
make sure to bring Ziploc bags. And then when he shows
That's
up
what
at
he's
her
doing
dorm
here.
room, he brings her Ziploc bags. That's a pretty good
I
move.
I sort of had questions. He I remembered them exchanging like she said, "I'm Stevenson Hall," and he said like I'm whatever Hall. And but how did he know what room she was in? Does it say what room you're in?
Maybe
What
there's
like
a room directory in the each hall.
really? It
Maybe
tells
he
everybody where
knows
everybody's room is?
he's a little older. Maybe he knows some RAs,
What's that?
resident advisors.
Oh, wow. Wow, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
How old is he? Is he just 1 year older?
One or two. I don't know.
All right. I guess we'll see. What if he was a super senior, like Oz was?
I don't believe he is. He's
He's
not
like
quite that old.
he's like 25. All right, but he's there, and then he drops off the bags and he leaves. And I have a question. They Buffy and Kathy start doing the thing where they're like doing the windows and everything, and Kathy says it's share time. And did she mean because of the song?
No.
Or okay, okay.
No, she's like, you don't live by yourself anymore, Buffy. It's time to share. That kind of a thing.
That
But
that's what I thought. That is what I
yeah,
thought.
it
But
does kind of cross streams with the her favorite artist who's playing throughout the entire episode.
yeah, I've had the song playing in my head the whole time I've been talking. To be
Is that
honest,
the outro this week?
it's got to be. It has to be. The All right, so something I brought up last week actually, which was pretty cool. I was like, I hope Oz and Buffy hang out at some point.
Yeah.
And then Willow was like, I got all this homework I gotta do. And Oz is like, hey, don't even worry about it. I'll go hang out with Buffy and make sure she's not gonna kill herself. I will be the one to do it. And I will take the ring to Mordor, is what he says. And so he goes and he
he's
hangs
short
out.
enough to like a
Oh,
hobbit.
come on.
Mm.
He hangs out with Buffy. And I I don't know if I liked this scene or not.
Man, you really wanted a Buffy Oz scene, and then it didn't hit your expectations.
Yeah, I felt like they were both a little stilted. Like their characters are both so specific that or especially him, that he's not so flexible, kind of, if that makes any sense. So the whole conversation, the felt so specific to their character that it didn't seem genuine. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Buffy is manic in this moment. She's getting her soul slowly sucked out of her by these demons. All right. And so you got Oz, who's the most taciturn, quiet guy on the show. So it's like Buffy as hyper as we've ever seen her, and Oz being his normal self. Like, definitely it's a clash of two personalities.
Yeah, I think when I pictured the Oz and Buffy, I pictured like a really genuine, like they're talking
The heart to heart.
Yeah, like he's having problems with Willow or something, and this was just like so specific to their character. I don't know. I mean, it was fine. It was fine. I don't want to be annoying, but so Oz walks off and he sees a girl, and did he know her? I mean, I don't
Well,
want to.
she sees him too.
Did
And
she
they
look at him
sort
weird?
of-
So that's why he looks at her back, or did he? I don't know.
You know,
Weird
all I can
vibes.
say about that is to be continued.
Yeah, can't wait. Obviously, and then we also see those guys from the last episode that they killed that, or they captured that vampire, the military,
Yeah,
quote
the
unquote.
army commando guys.
Yeah, we saw them like running around. So there's
A lot of setup going on.
Yeah.
The
And
show definitely knows where it's going.
I thought it was well done. Like they're keeping everything going, but it was just really quick. They didn't spend a lot of time on it. I thought it was really good. And Buffy does something crazy that I feel like you can't do anymore. She's like calls Kathy a cancer. I feel like you can't do that, right? Is that a thing you
Why
can't do anymore?
not?
I feel like people are really sensitive to that. You don't think so?
Maybe, but if they are, then they're like tumors of people.
What if her birthday was just in October or whatever? I don't know what the month
Maybe,
is.
yeah, maybe she just really likes crabs.
What does that mean?
Isn't that the symbol of the cancer?
Oh, I don't fucking know that. I don't even know what month it is. You think I know the signs? Are you a Leo? We're both a
Yeah,
lion, right?
that's right. We're
That's the only
both
one I know.
very brave and independent.
I guess so. I'm not that brave or independent. The All right, so then what happens is uh Kathy clips her toenails, right? This is actually
Yeah,
great.
that is
She's
the sound effect is so good. Like it's even loud like when they hit the floor.
yeah, and
It's
it's
great.
all in slow motion. Like it clips up in the air and goes down and bangs on the ground, and Buffy's over there like tapping her pencil faster and faster, and they're both just like getting on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. And more nightmares, I guess, apparently, and and then the next day, this is what happens. So apparently, like when Kathy was in the bathroom, I actually have a question about this. Did Buffy take her toenails to be like, I'm gonna test them to see if she's evil?
Yes.
Hmm.
Why else would she collect Kathy's toenails?
Yeah, that was my question. Is like this has she never hated somebody this much before? So she's like, oh, they just must
She's
be
also
evil.
losing her soul, though,
Yeah, I guess I
Logan.
forget that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I forgot that part. Never mind. Never mind. The So she tells Willow, "Hey, I'm gonna kill Kathy because she's evil." And I thought that was very funny. I laughed at that part. And so Willow's like, what are you talking about?" And so then they capture Buffy in a net. I like that. Very cool.
Yeah, if it comes down from Giles's ceiling.
And then she tells them the story of Star Wars. And then
What?
oh, that was Return of the Jedi joke. Remember they get
Oh,
captured in the net and they tell everybody the story of Star Wars?
I don't remember that.
What are you talking about? That's like the whole end of Return of the Jedi. All right. So then I thought this was actually funny. Buffy, she sees Xander and Oz and she bangs their heads together. And I thought it was funny that they specifically didn't bang Giles' head together. I feel like they're done with that. More
It's like if
concussion and people are
yeah, if
really
we
gonna be writing in.
yeah, we're gonna really need to like add brain damage to his character if we keep knocking him out anymore.
Yeah, I think that they're done with that. He will never get knocked out again. But so this another great part where Buffy comes in. The music here was great. I took note of the music maybe for the first time when Buffy comes in with Kathy and they're like really going at it for the first time and Buffy kicks the rug and then this was crazy. She immediately slaps her. That was crazy.
Yeah.
It was just like kick the rug, Kathy boom slaps her right in the face. That was wild. And then it turns out she's an orange demon, which
Right. Buffy rips her face off and says, I knew it.
what if her face didn't rip off? What if she was a different demon that just looked like a normal girl?
That would have been less cinematic.
Yeah, I guess so. Why don't the other demons look like other people? Why is this one in disguise?
Because she's trying to live a normal life. She's trying to escape those other demons.
Oh yeah, I guess they're in their normal world and she escaped. So the so that guy he comes out of the ground and then he takes her back. Sort of I actually really liked it the whole end of the episode. It's like um we've never really seen something like this, like the way they've handled the villain before. I thought it was pretty good.
I like when she says, I'm 1,300 years old. You treat me like I'm 900.
Yeah, I loved that. That was amazing. And so they go back in the portal and I have a question. Buffy and Willow, they're roommates now?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I guess they can maybe just do their talking in their dorm room, right?
Yeah, there you go.
They can do meetings in the dorm room.
Now we'll get to see more Willow.
Yeah. What does that mean? You mean like with her clothes off?
No, I just what? No, just it's come on. Don't be a pervert.
I was just trying to tap into your brain, what you were going for there. And she puts up a poster, Dingo's Ate My Baby poster.
They're also listening to Dingo's Ate My Baby in that scene.
Oh, wow.
So at some point, Dingo's Ate My Baby have entered a recording studio.
That's awesome. Or he recorded it on his phone, which would be
I don't know. It sounded
cooler.
pretty good to me, man. Professional.
And then into the episode, Willow eats Buffy's sandwich.
Oh no. And that's another great close up. Little Willow's teeth and Buffy's eyes squinting and the vet.
Yeah, pretty great. I'm not sure if it's a top 5 worthy ending, but I thought it was really good.
I mean, it's them at the fountain or whatever you love.
I think that's still number 1, to be honest. You don't think so?
I don't know.
I really liked the one where Giles tells Buffy something and then she's like, as long as you don't sleep with my mom again, and she walks into a tree.
Yeah, that's a class. That's Earshot.
That was Earshot is a great episode then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a great one. But all right, here we go. The what's the episode, by the way, where she was like, here, vampire, here. Oh, was that Ted?
Yes.
Where she escapes because of Ted. All right. You want to hear where I ranked this? I gotta find where I ranked it.
Give me your grade and MVP and LVP and shit.
4 stars. Okay.
Wow. All right. I was between a 3 and a 4, but I'm comfortable going with 4.
No, I thought it was like one of the better done episodes so far, and I liked the way that they did the villain, and she was a good actor, Kathy.
Yeah, I agree. I like her. Her career didn't really pan out, and I don't really get why. I think she was good.
Like every aspect of this episode, like the especially the music, like the way that they played that song throughout the whole episode, and the actual score, like the showdown at the end.
It's very woodwindy.
The contents of this episode might not be as great as some of the other episodes, but I think it's up there with, like, in terms of how it was.
Yeah, crafted. It's not aiming super high, but it's doing what it's doing really well.
Yes, exactly. And so I put it right above The Freshman, the one from last week, and right under Surprise. So 23.
All right, listen. I'm thinking about other comedy Buffy episodes. I don't like this as much as Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered. So start me there and read me down.
Okay. Surprise, Ted, I Only Have Eyes for You, The Freshman, Band Candy, Bad Girls, Consequences, Revelations, Faith, Hope, and Trick.
You know, sort of like that one ahead. What's after The Freshman?
Band Candy.
Give me right there.
Under The Freshman? So you like it worse.
But not by a lot. It's the very next one.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's good. I like it slightly more. You like it slightly less.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's very good. Angel Time?
I didn't get my MVP, LVP of the episode.
Oh, why didn't you do that before you ranked it? You should.
I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it.
Oh, I didn't get MVP, LVP either. My MVP is Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Of course. I kind of like Oz in this episode.
Oh.
No, it's got to be Buffy. The reactions to Kathy are so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with her. And LVP. Yeah, Parker, maybe.
Yeah, that's who I went with. Just because everybody else is so great. I really like Xander. Kathy was great. Maybe you can go Kathy MVP if you wanted to.
I think so too.
I'm not going to.
All right, let's move on to Angel.